Hey, how are you guys today? Welcome to Mr. Rogers' Classroom. Today we're going to be going over a comprehensive strategy called prediction as we read through this novel, A Drop of the Sea. So, first thing we're going to want to do, we'll take a look at our handy sticky note here. We'll present this book to the class and we'll say, what does the image tell us about the story? So we can see that there's a young boy, by the looks of it, on the front cover, and maybe the scenery is of a desert setting. So this book might take place in the desert, and it might have to do around a young boy. So the next question we're going to ask is, well, how about the title? What does the title indicate to us? So let's read the title again. It's called A Drop of the Sea. So I would assume this has something to do with the sea. Maybe only a drop of it even, not a large portion. And then we might ask the class too, if they are a little stuck, just what the key words in that title might be. And I would say the key word right there is sea. So let's get into it. So open up the book here. Drop of the Sea. Ali lived at the edge of the desert, not far from a 100-year-old palm tree. He likes climbing it to snack on the fresh dates. He never forgot to pick a few for his great-grandmother too. At night, on the roof of their tiny clay house, they wander at the infinity of the starry sky. Just her and him. Just him and her. Look at the picture there. They don't need anything more to be happy. But Ali has grown worried in the last few weeks. He's worried about his great-grandmother. She's finding it hard to walk. He has noticed she's been breathless and wincing at every step. Settled on her stool, her gaze lost in the horizon, she looks like she's 1,000 years old. And Ali knows people can't grow that old. Only the desert and the palm trees can. At her side, he asked softly, Great-grandma, have all of your dreams come true? Surprised, she looks at him and sighs. So, we're going to stop right here. We're going to say, well, why would she sigh? What might not be true? What might she have not completed in her long life? You know what to answer? I do, my dear Ali. I was thinking. So tell me the truth then. I think all my little girl and grown-up dreams have come true. Except, so what might be the exception? Maybe it'll have something to do with the sea. Except my dream to see the sea. I could have. It isn't so far. Only a 2 days walk. But I always put it off for another time. And now my poor legs can't carry me there. Ali sighs, sits quietly as the night gathers around them. Beautiful little picture there. The next day at first light, a determined Ali declares, Great-grandmother, I'm going to seek the sea for you. A breathless laugh escapes the old woman's lips. Come now, Ali. You are too young. It is too long. My mind is made up. I am going. If all goes well, I'll make it back in 4 days. With a pail in hand and pack full of dates and water, Ali sets off without looking back. He wouldn't want to see his grandmother tears as they dry into the dirt, or for her to see him. Not too sure. She is right. Ali will need a little bit less than 2 days. He walks as quickly as his little legs will go. He speaks a near frightening night under the starry sky and under an unfamiliar palm tree. So, then Ali sees it. There in front of him, the sea, serenely calm. It licks at his aching toes. In that moment, he would love to be holding his great-grandmother's hand and watching her eyes dive into the blue of the sea. So we'll stop here again and we'll ask for some more predictions maybe from the class. We'll say, so now what? Ali is here, he's made it to the sea, but what is he going to do next? We'll take a look at the pictures again. We see he has a pail. So, that might lead me to believe that he's going to scoop a pail of water and attempt to bring it back to his great-grandma. Let's find out. He sits a while contemplating it, but not for too long. One simply does not keep great-grandmother waiting. He begins to fill his pail as carefully as it were handling a crystal. And it's with pail in hand, heavy at the end of his arm, pack in tow, that Ali sets off again without looking back. He doesn't want to see the sea steal after him in the sand. The walk home will take him a bit more than 2 days. He imagines his great-grandmother on her stool, squinting to see the tiny dot he must be in the horizon. And at last, he is running into her arms. He has missed her scent. Gently pulling away, he offers her the pail. At the very bottom, only a few drops of sea remain. The long walk and heat got the better of the treasure. The old woman rolls one of the drops between her fingers and starts to cry. So maybe we'll stop right here too again. And we'll say, well, why do we think old grandma's crying? Why do we think great grandma's crying? Is it maybe because she missed Ali? Is it because, she's sad that she couldn't see more of the sea? Or maybe is it because she's very happy that she can even just find a drop? So grandma says, "Oh, Ali, this is one of the most beautiful days of my life." The boy's heart soars. That night, on the roof of their tiny clay house, Ali tells his great-grandmother about the sea, again and again. And that's the end of our book. So when you're doing predictions, you want to stop a few times within the book to let the class reevaluate maybe their original predictions, but the whole point is to not throw off the flow of the story. So we don't want to stop on every page and ask too many questions. Maybe a few times during the read, but that's about it. Anyways, that is A Drop of the Sea. And that is our strategy for today.